Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, I would like to bring you the one instrument we call the passive investment instrument. So basically, I don't want to talk about the active investment kind of instrument because there's a lot of things to do. You can invest in the company and then you go into the operation. You can be the board of advisory. You can do a lot of things with the company, how you should structure it. Well, this is a very simple, and the concept is the passive investment only in Cambodia by comparing the different product. For example, the term deposit at the bank. So you invest also into the different licensed institution. You invest into the SME and you invest into the different type market. For example, under outside of regulation kind of market. So I'm not saying this to give my opinion in terms of supporting the like unregulated kind of market. So of course we would like to go into the market which is fully regulated, so your money or investment can be protected. Well, as we mentioned earlier, here's a review. I put up a table here. So just to review 4 different products like term deposit with the bank, place the fund with non-financial institution, but also got the license from different kind of authority, lend the money out to the SME or individual who is the owner of the company, the SME company, and also lend to the informal businesses or informal market. So the difference between the these are the rate different for each category of investment that you can place a fund with. For example, the term deposit with the bank, you got 5 to 8%, and then place the fund with, for example, fund management company, it would be ranked from 12 to 15%, and lending to the SME market is possibly around 15 to 24%, so which is close to 2% per month. And one more option is very high risk, high returns, like you go to the market, the owner of the stall at the market or the shop owner, so you can lend roughly from 30 to 72% per annum, which is a very high rate of return, but you have an intensive work to do also. So without further say, we need to look at the risk profile also. Even those investing as a term deposit with the bank get only 5 to 8%, but actually it's very low risk, and then also it's safeguarded by the institution and authority. And in terms of investment size, it's very low also. It's around only $100, $200, so you can place as a fixed deposit with the bank or financial institution in Cambodia. Liquidity, if you would like to get your cash back, I think it's quite difficult because you need to follow the term for 12 months, 24 months or something like that. And if you break the term, you need to bear the penalty. And you have option to get the interest either monthly or at the maturity return. For fund placement at the non-financial institutions, it's like, yeah, the rate of return is better, and then there's more flexibility also compared to the bank. Because this type of institution is somehow new in Cambodia, don't get much trust compared to the bank yet. So in terms of negotiating with this type of institution, you can negotiate more. Yes, you need to be smart, look at the agreement, and they have the option to get your interest in monthly mode or maturity mode. Okay. And the investment size is possibly around 5,000 US dollars. So would rate this one as 3 stars. And then I believe possibly the investor has money $5,000 to invest with this type of company. The third option is like you go to SME directly, you would lend out to them, follow the term, for example, like 1 year or something like that, and you get the rate of return possibly around 15 to 24%. I would rate in terms of risk, it would be around 3.5 stars, and then but they also have the instrument or facility to support in terms of mitigating the risk. For example, as a security, they might have check and also the other type of security depend on negotiations. And sometimes the convertible or something like that is possibly can negotiate if your fund is big with that SME, and it really depend on the relationship that you have with them. Of course, it must be depend on relationship. How can you trust SME? Yeah, you need to check the community, how good the reputation is, and you need to have the legal procedure go through. There's a lawyer supporting in terms of documentation and the signing process. Yeah, you can get the interest back in terms of monthly and maturity, and yeah, but the term you need to negotiate with the SME directly. I got the information that if you would like to get your fund back, either number 2 or number 3, you can just inform them, notice in advance, for example 2 to 3 weeks, and you can get your fund back. For the small business owner at the market, possibly you can lend up to 5-6% per month, and then the rate, annual rate, it would be around 30 to 72%. I would rate this as a medium or in the category of high risk, because you need to really have a very strong, good relationship with the shop owner. Then you can trust, you can lend out to them, and then possibly they need the fund around $1,000, $2,000. Okay, so you also have the optional, either you would like to get the interest on monthly basis or at the maturity at the end of contract. Yeah, it really depends on trust factor for number 3 and number 4. So the question is, how should I invest? How should I invest? It really, nothing wrong or right. It really depends on your experience and where you are comfortable with. It really depends on who you are also. Mostly the old people, they like to go to the bank and possibly the microfinances to place a fund with. Even though the rate of return is not that great, but somehow it's the last shot of money. So he or she need the institution which is under regulation and take care of the money very well, especially concerned about security. For my opinions, I think we should explore different kind of option. Also, you go to the, you should just follow the concept of not putting all the egg into one basket. So you can break down your fund and then you place like how much into the bank and how much with SME and how much with the for example a fund management kind of company, and then also with the informal market. But bear at your own risk. This is only the information about the product which is available in the market. I fully support that you go to the one which has got the license, properly licensed, and then there's authority, well protect your money and safeguard your money, following their prudent and also the regulation check from the supervision department. So you can check out more for next episode. We compare the passive investment kind of instrument to the other instrument that possibly available in Cambodia. Thanks for watching, and bear in mind that this video is follow my disclaimer earlier. I try to give you the information based on my best knowledge, but the information might change, and the time will not really reflect in the information that I give you. So thank you for watching.